things going on inside. So in both of my classes, the 4 o'clock and 7 o'clock, we just got in a circle and we just went around the room and people shared, and we're very grateful for that opportunity. And others felt like they still needed more of that. And so Dr. Khan also had that same feeling from her students. So we said, okay, let's go ahead and get together and what do the students need, and we want to be able to provide that for you. And I think it might be safe to say, at least for me, that initial shock has worn off a tiny bit. Where, when you grieve, you have that denial and, what just happened, I can't believe this. And then, some of us sit in that anger or sadness, mourning, whatever that, overwhelming feeling that we're having. And I think for me, what I think many of us want to do is, okay, now what? Okay, so we're all in shock. We couldn't believe it happened, but it happened. I think it's safe to say he's not going anywhere. Okay, now what? I think that was most of the main question I heard from students. What do we do now? And so some of you might still need to process, because we can't just stuff those feelings away, right? So we want you all to be able to do that today. Many of you need to still process and share what you're going through. Some of you don't feel that way in your home with either your roommates or your families. You might have different opinions about the election, so that wasn't a safe place for you. And for the minor, we want to continue to always provide a safe place for all voices, all perspectives, right? And then we also want to say, okay, we can't sit in our mourn, our grief, our anger forever, so now what, right? Especially that's the foundation of the club, right? So before I begin, I wanted to read 2 quick quotes from President Obama, because of course they asked him, what did you tell your daughters? I don't know if any of you read it, but I'll go ahead and read it. Your job as a citizen and as a decent human being is to constantly affirm and lift up and fight for treating people with kindness and respect and understanding. And you should anticipate that in any given moment there's going to be flare-ups of bigotry that you may have to confront or may be inside of you. It doesn't stop. You don't get into fetal position about it, and you don't start worrying about the apocalypse. You have to say, the starting point is to make sure not only that you voted or continue